Hey everybody, welcome back to Kelly Barlow Creations. I know I look different and we are going to address that in just a couple of minutes. If you're new to my channel and you're stopping by for the first time, thank you for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. Stick around a while by clicking that red button for more crafting on a budget, more everything on a budget videos to come. And if you click it again when the bell appears, YouTube should notify you every time I'm uploading a new video, depending on the option that you choose in the drop-down menu of the bell. If you're interested in following me on social media, you can find those links in the description box below. First, what do I have going on for you for today? Yes, I am wearing a Red Truck Christmas shirt because it is July 25th and there seems to be a trend this year of doing Christmas in July. I think that with everything that's been going on, it's been hard for so many of us. And one of the happiest times of year is Thanksgiving and Christmas time. And I think that it all just reminds us about family, love, togetherness, and faith and whatnot. And so I figured that since it was Saturday that I would post a Christmas DIY. In the beginning, I was kind of debating if I should do a Dollar Tree Christmas DIY from my stash because I do have Christmas items from the Dollar Tree from last year, or if I should do something a little bit more universal that everybody could do now if they wanted to. And so I decided to go with that option because I want everybody to be able to do something and keep their minds busy, keep their hands busy, challenge themselves in DIY because it's good for the soul. And so that's what I will be bringing to you today. I am bringing to you a Christmas ornament. Now, every year I do a DIY Christmas ornament that I make and that I put on every gift that I give. It's something that I've done for, I'd say, the last 12 years. And so I thought that I'd get an early start on this year's ornament and I would bring it to you and show you what I'm doing. This ornament is so easy, so budget friendly. It's gonna cost you a couple of dollars to make. And in that couple of dollars, you're going to be able to make several of this ornament. And it is so stinking cute. I can hardly stand it. Now, let's address the hair. Okay, now I was getting a little bit bored of my hair and it just seemed to be this color that I really just didn't like because I had been using boxed color on it. And I was thinking that I could use that to get me through the stay at home and everything that's going on until I could get to my hairdresser. But now things have gotten worse in my area and it looks like I'm not gonna be able to see my hairdresser for a while. And I had roots that were probably this long and they weren't brown roots, they were gray. And so I am not fully ready to embrace the gray hair yet. And so I just kept thinking, what am I gonna do? Should I just get the same color that I've been using? When all of a sudden this comment popped up on my phone from a subscriber who had watched one of my earlier videos. Like when I say earlier, I mean like the first year that I was doing YouTube. And ironically, they stated, hey, I really like dark hair on you. And I was thinking, what video is it that they're watching? And so I clicked on it and the video came up and I had really, really dark hair. And I thought, you know, that didn't look too bad. Maybe I'll go that route, which then took me to Walmart to the boxed hair color aisle. I did it. And I decided that I was gonna go with a dark brown and hopefully I could just totally nail the hair color that was in that video. Yeah, not. And so, yep, $6 later and 2 boxes of Revlon's Color Silk number 30, I've ended up with this. And I'm not gonna say that it came out completely even. Yeah, I've got some lighter spots here. I've got a lighter spot here. And that probably is because my hair wasn't completely all one color to begin with. And when looking on the box, if you've got these hair colors, this is gonna be the outcome. So I'm guessing that maybe in a couple of weeks, if I were to take a couple more boxes and redo it, it would probably even out my hair color a bit more, and then leave me even darker than I am now. This is way darker than I thought. And I gotta tell you, on this box, there was a girl with curly hair. And when we saw this, Allie said, "Mommy, is your hair gonna look like that when you're done?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And she said, "Is it gonna be curly like that?" And I just thought, wow, I wish it was that simple just to put a box of color on your hair and you have a whole new hairstyle. But no, baby, I'm just gonna be pretty close to that color. And so, yeah, it is way darker than I thought. And I know that with boxed hair color, you know, after about a week, it's gonna lighten up quite a bit, which is good. But then I'm just kind of wondering how much more the uneven color is gonna stand out. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm gonna say it was a momentary lapse of judgment and blame it on staying at home for way too long and having cabin fever. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I will tell you also that there are going to be videos that I previously filmed with my previous hair color because it is just gonna be way too much work to refilm all of those intros and outros. So for a while, you're gonna be seeing some intros from a week or two ago and maybe some intros with my hair like this. So just go with it, I say. Anyway, let me quit my gabbing and let's jump into it and let's celebrate just a little bit of Christmas on this July 25th, and maybe it'll brighten our day just a little bit more and lighten my hair a bit more. Wishful thinking, but alrighty, so getting started with today's DIY, I'm gonna start off by making a template because I'm making several of this ornament. And to do the template, I'm gonna use 2 different colors of cardstock because I feel like it's gonna be easier. Then I'm gonna take a compass. Now this is something that you can get at Walmart for just under $1. This is a great tool to have because it is great for making circles. Just about any size circle. You can make up to a 10-inch circle with these, which is awesome because then you're not looking around your kitchen to find something that's the right size circle for you to trace. I'm gonna make 2 circles at the measurement of 2.5 inches on the compass, which is gonna give you a 5-inch circle in circumference. And I'm gonna do 1 of each on each color cardstock. Then you guessed it, we're gonna cut these circles out. Now when doing this DIY and making these templates, I do suggest using 2 different colors, and I would make one a white one because it makes it just a lot easier. In this case, I'm using green because it was what I had on hand, but any other color will work just fine. I just feel like it's easier to keep track of your templates and what goes with what when doing this, and you'll kind of see what I'm talking about here in a bit. Now taking the green circle, I'm simply just gonna fold it in half. And this is gonna make making the template easier because we only have to worry about making one side of the template perfect. Then about 1/3 of the way down on the circle side, I'm just gonna freehand this. No need to be perfect. I'm gonna draw a line just like you see me doing here, right to the outside. Now when doing this, it's gonna be kind of hard for me to explain, so if you just kind of watch what I'm doing, how I'm drawing my lines, and go with me step by step, you'll be able to do it. And this is going to be the template for our apron. If I haven't told you that already, we are making Mrs. Claus's apron, and so you should be left with something that looks like this. And we're gonna cut this out too. The great thing about folding something in half when making a template is that both sides are going to be the same. You don't have to worry about making the other side even with the first side that you just made. Just by simply folding something in half and doing it this way, you're going to get a perfect template and both sides are going to look the same. Now for this white circle, yep, we're pretty much going to do the exact same thing up until we cut it out. I'm going to fold this in half. I'm going to trace the green apron and cut it out. The difference is when I cut this white one out, I'm gonna cut right inside of the line. I'm not gonna cut the template out on the line because then it'll be the same size as the green apron. So I'm gonna go just about a couple centimeters in along the whole template and cut it out. Once you cut it out, you'll see that it was even all the way around, and now we've got an apron that is just a bit smaller than the green one. To make these adorable aprons, I will be using felt. I've got a piece of scrap felt that is going to work perfectly for this. And so I did go through my scraps just to see if I had any before I cut the big one up. And so with this, again, we're gonna fold the felt in half, and I'm not gonna trace it because I don't want any pencil marks. If you have an invisible pen that kind of, I guess, disappears after a bit of time, or one that you can wipe off with a wet rag, you can use that. But I think just by lining up the template onto the felt and just kind of cutting around it with the scissors, you get the same outcome. And I've also picked up some white felt, and this is a textured felt. You can find this at Walmart, Joann's. Like I said, felt is so inexpensive. You can get it for 20 cents a sheet at Joann's and Michael's when it's on sale. And I think at Walmart it's probably 25 cents a sheet, which is still a great buy. And with one sheet of felt, you're gonna get a ton of these ornaments. You know, you're gonna spend under $1 and you're gonna have a lot. So with the white one, I'm gonna take the white template, place it on the felt, and again, cut out around the template. For the bottom of the white apron, I thought it'd be cute to take some peeking shears and just cut along that bottom edge just to kind of give it a decorative finish. I found this multi-pack of these decorative ribbons at Michael's in the $2 bins. They had them in green and yellow, pink, black, red, and I just thought that it was such a fun set. So I'm gonna take the red rickrack, and I thought that it would be cute just to add that to the bottom of the red apron. And I'm gonna add it with hot glue. Again, if you wanna use a fabric glue, you can. Hot glue's quicker, it's gonna get the job done, and it's gonna work. And I think that this is just a fun way to finish off this back layer of the apron, just to give it a bit of a different look than the peeking shears. Now look at how that just finishes it off. I like that, it looks cute. Now I'm gonna take the white apron and just using some hot glue. If you wanna use a fabric glue, you can, but since I have my hot glue plugged in and it's right here, I'm gonna use that to hot glue this white apron right into the center of the red one. And again, diving into those fun multi-packs of ribbon that I found at Michael's, I'm gonna use the black set. And I think for Mrs. Claus's belt, the black rickrack will be perfect. You can very easily tidy up those edges of the ribbon to go along with the apron with some detailing scissors, just to give it a nice finished look. Little details like that, I think, make all the difference. Now, if you were around with me at Christmas time, you know that one of my favorite things to use this past Christmas was puffy paint. And so I decided that to add some detailing to this apron, I would use some red puffy paint to just freehand in some cute little pockets on each side of this. I wanted to add a bit more detailing to the white part of the apron, and so I did that just by adding some dots right above that bottom edge that we used the peeking shears. With the black puffy paint, I figured I'd add a couple buttons to the top of the apron just by putting dots, and I guess a couple would be 2, so I'm gonna add 3 buttons to the top. Because I had some silver glitter on hand, I decided to take it out and put a couple dots here at the top where the apron ties would be to kind of act as buttons. I'm not sure if I like it. Jury's still out on it. You can take it or leave it. Not sure if I'm gonna do it to the rest, but I did it on this one. I wanted her belt to somewhat resemble Santa's, and so because I didn't have any gold puffy paint on hand, I had this fluorescent yellow, and so this is gonna have to do for today. I figured I'd add just a square to the center of the belt, and in the center of this yellow square, I'm just gonna add a black dot to give it the illusion that that's an open space there. So to hang this, we are going to hang this ornament by the ties that go around your neck when you wear an apron. And so I'm gonna put a couple of dots of hot glue on the back, and using some of this thin ribbon that you can get anywhere. Walmart has it, I think, the cheapest for $1 a roll, and you get maybe 5 yards. I'm gonna use white, and I'm just gonna hot glue it to the back, then just simply tie the top in a bow, and this is how we'll hang it from the tree. I felt like the front of this apron was missing something, and so I decided to get out my white puffy paint and add a snowflake to the pockets. I kind of debated between a snowflake and a heart, and in the end I decided to go with the snowflake. But the great thing about this is it's a DIY, so you can get creative and you can make it your own. And this here is my Christmas ornament for 2020 that I will be adding to each of the gifts that I give. Now, how fun and easy is that ornament to make? I tell you, at Christmas time, that is hands down one of my favorite things to do, is to come up with a new homemade Christmas ornament every year. And I get so many of the people that I give gifts to, like my brother, my dad, it used to be my mom and my sister, who would ask me like, hey, are you doing another homemade ornament? Because I add your ornament onto my tree every year. And on the back of each ornament, I will tell you that with the puffy paint, I do put the year on it. And that wasn't something that I showed you in the video, but it's something that I do, and my family and my friends always really look forward to what handmade ornament that they're gonna get each year. And so because it is Christmas time, I gotta show you that Walmart is now starting to carry Christmas fabric. I know that most of the Walmarts in my area are completely out of fabric because so many people have been making face masks. I saw this fabric that I could not pass up. It is a red truck fabric at Walmart right now. Yep, and this is going to be my Christmas mask for this Christmas. And it has a wire in it. And yeah, when I saw this red truck fabric, I could not pass it up because I love red truck, hence my shirt. And I can guarantee that we will probably, at least in my family, by personal choice and preference, still be wearing masks. And so I picked up some harvest fabric, I picked up some Halloween fabric, and some Christmas fabric, because Walmart seemed to have it all in. Now, these were the pre-cut fabric that they have at Walmart that you can just go up and grab, and I believe that a yard of this was $5. And so yeah, like I said, I got some harvest fabric and I also got some Halloween, and I am going to be making all of us masks for each of the holidays because it's the new accessory. Why not? Have fun with it. Well, everybody, I hope you all enjoyed today's Christmas in July ornament DIY. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and let's get this video to, you guessed it, please, 5,000 likes, because like I always say, each and every one of your thumbs up and those comments that you do leave down below, they really do help my channel to grow, and it helps YouTube to notice me just a bit more. Until next time, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day. Happy crafting on a budget. Stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, and most of all, stay positive. And bye for now, everybody.